So let me explain you about web server and its types today. So a web server is a system, either software, hardware, or both, that stores, processes, and delivers web content to users over the internet using HTTP or HTTPS protocol. So when a user's browser sends a request, like visiting a website, so the web server responds by delivering the appropriate resources such as HTML pages, images, videos, or data. So an HTTP server is a specific type of web server which is responsible for handling HTTP requests and responses. So while all HTTP servers are web servers, not all web servers are limited to HTTP. So some web servers may support additional protocols like FTP or SMTP. So now let us see how does a web server work. So when a user accesses a website by entering a URL in their web browser, the browser sends an HTTP request to the web server hosting the website. So the web server processes this request and returns the necessary resources to display the page on the user's browser. Okay, so I will give you a simplified version. So the simplified version of how the process works. So number one is client request. The first step is client request. The second step is DNS resolution. DNS is domain name system. Then next is connecting to the web server. Number 4 is processing request. Number 5 is serving the response. Number 6 is rendering the web page. So first let me explain you about client request. So in the web browser, let's say, for example, http://www.example.com. So this is the web browser. So in the web browser, the user enters a URL. Then next, DNS resolution. So to get the IP address of the requested domain, the browser contacts a DNS server. So DNS is domain name system. And then next is connecting to the web server. So using the obtained IP address, the browser establishes a connection with the web server. Next, processing request. So the web server receives the request and it processes it. Then next is serving the response. So the requested files, whether it is HTML or CSS or JavaScript or images, these are sent back to the client's browser by the web server. And at last you have rendering the web pages. So based on the received data, the browser displays the web page to the user. Now let us move on to types of web servers. So web servers can be categorized based on their functionality, usage, and implementations. So I will give you a few common types. So number one is Apache Web Server. Number two is Node.js. Number three is IIS Web Server. Number 4 is Lightpad, LIGHTTPD. Number 5 is Ginks Web Server. Number 6 is Open Lightspeed. Number 7 is Lightspeed Web Server. Number 8 is Jigsaw Server. Number 9 is Apache Tomcat. Number 10 is Sun Java System Web Server. So these are the 10 different types of web servers which are most common. So first let us understand about Apache Web Server.
I've not finished copying those other bits down.
So first let us understand about Apache Web Server. So this Apache Web Server is one of the most widely used and the oldest open source web servers available under the Apache License 2.0, which means that it can be freely used and it can be modified. And it was developed by Apache Software Foundation. And it was first released in 1995. It is highly flexible and it is customizable. And it is written in C programming language. So there are a few features of this web server. Number 1 is it supports multiple operating systems. Like it supports Windows, Linux, Mac operating system. Then the second feature is it allows advanced routing. Number 3 is it provides directory level configuration. Next, let us move on to the second type of web server, that is Nginx. We pronounce it as Nginx. Okay, pronounce this way. Nginx. And it is a web performance web server known for its speed, its scalability, and efficient handling of concurrent connections. And it was developed by Igor Sisov. And it was initially released in 2004 and it quickly became popular due to its performance and scalability. And it is also written in C language. Let me give you 3 features of this web server. Number 1 is it is designed for handling large volumes of traffic. Number 2 is it functions as a reverse proxy and load balancer. Number 3 is it is efficient for serving static content. Now let us move on to the third type of web browser, that is Microsoft IIS. So IIS stands for Internet Information Services. So IIS is a web server which is developed by Microsoft and it is designed to work with Windows Server environments. and it was developed by Microsoft, and it was first released in 1995 as a web server designed specifically for Windows-based systems. And it is written in C++ programming language. And the features of this web server is it supports ASP.NET, PHP, and other web technologies. Then it provides built-in security features. Next, number 3, it integrates well with Microsoft products. Now the next web server is Lightspeed web server. So it is a high performance web server known for its speed and security features. And the Lightspeed web server developed by Lightspeed Technologies. And it was first introduced in the year 2003 as a high performance alternative to Apache. And it is also written in C language. And let me give you the features. It has faster processing than Apache in some scenarios. Then number 2, it has built-in DDoS protection. Then it supports PHP applications with high efficiency. Now the next web server is Apache Tomcat web server. So it is a web server primarily used for running Java-based applications. And it was developed by Apache Software Foundation. And it was initially released in the year 1998, and it is written in Java, making it highly compatible with Java-based frameworks like Spring Boot. Now let me give you the features. So this web server supports Java servlets and JSP. What is JSP? Java Server Pages. Then it provides a robust environment for Java EE applications. Then number 3 is it works well with Apache Web Server. So now the next web server is Node.js web server. So it can act as a web server by handling HTTP requests directly without requiring any additional software. So Node.js developed by Rayan Dahl, and it was introduced in the year 2009 as a JavaScript runtime environment rather than a traditional web server, and it was written in JavaScript and C++. So take the features. It is event-driven, non-blocking architecture, Then it is highly efficient for real-time applications. Then it uses JavaScript for both client side and server side development. Now the next one is Light TPD. So it was developed by Jan Neski, and it was released in the year 2003 as a lightweight and fast web server, and it is written in C language, and it is available as an open source project under the BSD license. So Light TPD is a cross-platform web server running on Windows, Linux, and Mac. So let me give you the features first. So it is optimized for low memory usage and high speed performance, making it ideal for servers with limited resources. Next, it uses asynchronous request handling, which improves efficiency and scalability for handling multiple connections. Then the third feature, I'm writing it over here. It supports HTTPS, fast CGI, and URL rewriting, making it secure and efficient choice for web hosting. So the next web server is OpenLightspeed. So OpenLightspeed was developed by Lightspeed Technologies, and it was launched in the year 2013 as the open source version of Lightspeed web server, and it is written in C language, and it is available under GPL v3 license, and it is a cross platform supporting Windows, Linux, and Mac operating system. And OpenLightspeed offers built-in caching, HTTP/3 support, and high performance optimizations, making it an excellent choice for developers looking for an free alternate to Lightspeed. So let me give you the features over here. So it provides fast processing speeds with built-in caching and event-driven architecture, improving website loading times. Then the next one is it supports modern web protocols for faster and more secure communication between clients and servers. Then number 3 is it offers an easy to use interface for configuring server settings, making management simpler. Next is Jigsaw server. So Jigsaw server was developed by W3C, that is World Wide Web Consortium, and it was first released in the year 1996 as a research-based web server. And Jigsaw was written in Java, and it is an open source, and it is designed for testing and developing new web standards rather than being used for mainstream web hosting. So let us take the features again. So Jigsaw is cross-platform, running on Windows, Linux, and Mac operating system. Then it allows users to extend and modify its functionality easily, making it flexible for research and development. Then it fully supports HTTP 1.1, and it is designed for experimenting with new web technologies. So this is the last type of web server, that is Sun Java System Web Server. So it was developed by Sun Microsystems, and it was released in the year 1996 as a web server optimized for Java applications. And it was written in C and C++. So after Oracle acquired Sun Microsystems, the development of this web server was discontinued. So let us take the features. So it is designed specifically for hosting Java-based enterprise applications, ensuring seamless integration. Then the next feature is it handles high traffic efficiently, making it suitable for large scale applications. Then it supports multiple operating systems, including Windows, Linux, and Solaris for flexible deployment. So after understanding about all these 10 web servers which are commonly used, now let us see which web server should we use and when. So I have listed you all the 10 web servers. So let me tell you when do we use which server. So number one is we use Apache. If you want a reliable and customizable web server that works on almost any system, and it's great for general websites and it supports many features. Number two is use Nginx. So when do we use Nginx? If your website gets lot of visitors and you need a fast and efficient server that can handle high traffic smoothly, then we use Nginx. Then when do we use IIS? So if you are using Windows based applications and need a server that works well with Microsoft technologies like ASP.NET, then we use IIS web server. Then next, when do we use Lightspeed? If you want a faster and more secure alternative to Apache, especially for WordPress or any other PHP based websites, then we use Lightspeed web server. Then next is Apache Tomcat. So if your website or app is built with Java and you need a server that supports Java servlets and JSP, that is Java server pages, then we use Apache Tomcat. Then when do we use Node.js? So if you are building real-time applications such as chat apps or online games and want to use JavaScript for both front end and back end, then we use Node.js. Then next is light TPD. So if you need a lightweight and fast server that works well on systems, okay, with low memory or limited resources, then we use light TPD. Then next coming to Open Lightspeed. So if you want a free version of Lightspeed that still offers great speed and performance, then we use Open Lightspeed. Then next is Jigsaw. So if you are a developer or researcher testing, like if you are a researcher and you're testing new web technologies and standards, then we use Jigsaw. Then at last coming to Sun Java System Web Server. So if you are holding with older Java applications, but note that this server is no longer supported.